Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kundalini Kendall. I'm really, really happy to be here with you all. And I just want to say Happy New Year. And I am here with two amazing, powerful women. I'm big fans of both their work. We have Taylor Eaton. Taylor, if you want to introduce yourself and just say what you do.
Hi, I am a wealth activator. So I am an Oracle deck author, a money mindset expert, a business mentor, an entrepreneur. And what I do best is help people activate different levels of abundance, different levels of their potential, different levels of what's available to them. So I work a lot with mindset and with energy. I like to use cards and different readings from tarot and oracle to tap into different guidance to help people hear whatever they need to hear to most powerfully expand them to activate into their next level.
And I just want to say, since I joined her Wealth Vibe membership group, I manifested a brand new home, like a Tesla, like so many things in my life. I'm not kidding you. Like I quantum leapt since like joining her group. So what she does is so powerful. I'm sitting here in my new house, and then I want to pass it to Reiki Rachel, who many of you know. I love Rachel, and I'll let her talk a little bit about who she is and what she does.
Hi, my name's Rachel. I guess my stage name is Reiki Rachel, and I am an energy channel. My intention is to help people align with their most authentic self, their highest timeline, so that they can live their best life. So I channel different frequencies and different energies and different messages to assist in that.
Amazing. So I wanted to come on here with the two of them as we're leading a really powerful retreat on 111. And it's like specifically a quantum leap retreat. And I think with like our three combined gifts, because they're all really unique but powerful, it's going to be very transformative. So we're going to do a fun activation that's what is this new version of you that's wanting to come through in this new year? And then we'll close it and say a little more. So I'm going to kick it off to Taylor, who's going to start with a card pull. So
Perfect. All right. So we'll just start tapping into the energy and seeing what is wanting to come through in this new year. What new version of you? We have a version of you who's no longer guarded with this Fortress of Protection card, the version of you who's got a completely open heart and is willing to face all of their desires and all the challenges that come along with that head on. We even see here the woman in the card in this deck. This is one of the only cards where the woman's back is to us. And I see this is what we're leaving behind, right? With that new version of you that's ready to step forward, is ready to move forward, no longer looking backwards, no longer looking at what's behind them, at the fears that have kept them trapped or in the same spot or stuck or stagnant. This I'm seeing really is a year of metamorphosis, a year of, I almost want to say liberation is what's coming through, a year of liberation from your own almost walls that you've built, your own fortress of protection that's kept you stuck. And so this image keeps coming through right now of you no longer being stuck in the tower of your own fears and your own limitations and your own, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't work? What if this fails? And I keep getting this image of like running wild, like running free, almost like barefoot through the forest, wind in your hair, and seeing what you're actually capable of, how far you can actually go this year and see what's available to you. Well, like what would really be available to you if you let yourself actually go for it instead of letting the excuses and the limitations and the fears and the walls you build up to try to protect yourself actually keep you stuck and keep you from what's available to you and what you truly desire. So this is the year of, I'm seeing a version of you who's liberated, a version of you who's truly free in their mind and in what they know and believe is possible for them, with no longer any sort of fear holding them back. That's what I'm seeing emerging and coming through.
I love that. I feel like I was just getting activated by even just what you were saying for the activation.
Yeah, 100%. That I could feel how aligned that was. That is, yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited for this activation.
So I think we're going to carry that frequency of that into the activation. So just getting comfortable, I want you to just close your eyes, and I invite you to, Taylor and Rachel, if you want to flow just energy or whatever while I begin the channeling. I am now connecting with you energetically, and I want you to just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And another deep breath in through your nose and out through the base of your spine. And I'm flowing you this divine healing energy. And I want you to just now imagine in your mind's eye, we're going to embody the energy of this card, that you are standing there in first person looking down at your feet. And you have your back to everything that has come before this, maybe everything that you have been through in this last year or several years. And you feel yourself looking forward into a much brighter path, a much brighter future. But you notice that the vision is a little bit cloudy because you are surrounded by this fortress, these limits, these fears. And some of these fears stem from this lifetime. They might even stem from other lifetimes. And so I want you to just imagine I'm calling in the energy of Archangel Michael and the violet flame. And I want you to imagine that this fortress is just suddenly illuminated with this flame, this fire of transformation. And we are just putting into it and allowing anything to flow into it that no longer serves us. And I want you to just, without judgment, allow any fears that come up within you. Maybe you're afraid of moving forward. Maybe you've been projecting a possible timeline forward that actually isn't really aligned to your soul, but you just feel like it's where you're going because of where you've been. So just allowing this to come to the surface now. And I'm flowing you this divine healing energy. And just feeling the energy of any heaviness just melting off your body. Almost like a snake skin of the old version of self. And so I want you to notice if there's any cords, karmic cords that you need Archangel Michael to cut with his sword of protection. Noticing where these cords stem from. And now Archangel Michael is cutting these cords free. So I want you to just tune into what are these karmic cords within you. And noticing as he cuts them free, where they stem from, where are the roots. You might even be shown other lifetimes, other timelines, dimensions, or realities where your soul is yearning to be cut free. And we call in the energy of liberation as you feel these cords being cut and this old version of self just shedding, your skin shedding on the ground around you. And the walls of this fortress are slowly being burned away, and this path forward is opening up. And now I want you to call yourself to your self-concept as you look towards a brighter future. Is there any layers of your self-concept that need to be shed? Maybe you have a belief that you are never the person who is lucky, or you have an assumption about this next year because of the years that have been, or because of even outside sources. There's so much that's told to us through astrology, or I'm inviting you to empower yourself right now. What is the year that you want? And if there's any layers of self or identities within you that tell you you can't have that, I'm calling them to the surface now, and we are releasing them. And even if you don't believe that it's possible for you, I invite you to acknowledge that you feel that it is impossible and be open to the possibility that it is completely possible for you at the same time. I'm also calling in Ganesha to help us remove these obstacles from within ourselves. And as these layers of self fall away around your ankle as you begin to walk forward, and you might even feel wonky, like you're a blank slate walking into a brand new reality. And so it's time to now fill our consciousness with positive beliefs and self concepts about ourselves. And so I invite you now to call upon your higher self. What is a new or new self concepts that can align you to a more joyful, optimistic future? What kind of self concept might you want to take on to have the year ahead that you truly want? Inviting this to emerge from within you and your heart and your higher self. Maybe it's, I'm the kind of person who always wins. We can acknowledge the past too. I'm the person who went through the depths of my own darkness and healing in order to bloom like the lotus flower does. And this is the year I bloom. So I want you to just allow this new state of consciousness and this new identity to emerge from within you as you slowly walk forward into this new identity. What does it feel like to bloom? Maybe you notice that you feel lighter. Maybe you notice that you're standing barefoot on the earth and you have flowers in your hair and you're feeling a sense of freedom. And I want to call in the energy of safety, because we also can often feel unsafe when we allow ourselves to be free. I can be both safe and free at the same time. And I am now going to pass the energy to Rachel to help us really ground this new version of self in.
Kundal called in. Ganesh, Kali came in very strongly, and she is also assisting in this liberation. And you are invited now to define for you, what does liberation mean? What does this mean for you in this moment? What does true liberation look like for you? What does it feel like for you? How do you live in this liberated state? And we're not asking you to logically figure that out, but rather inviting you to open to the possibility. How do you communicate with others in this liberated state? How do you work in this liberated state or create in this liberated state? What would happen if you let yourself be who you truly are? If you let yourself desire what you desire and receive these desires, what would that look like? In a space where your needs and your desires are met, where there's no shame around them, no shame around you. Moving freely, acting passionately. This sacred, sensual dance with life, following your joy. And what is that part of you that tells you, don't do it? Continue to hold yourself back, just lovingly holding space for that part of you. Saying, thank you, I know you are trying to protect me. I know because of your experiences, this doesn't feel safe. There are so many fears that come up around living this way. And from a higher perspective, I also know this is where my soul is calling me. And by me embracing this, the possibilities are endless. So you take that part of you by the hand if they're open. Maybe you give them a hug. And you allow your higher self to move through you and give this part of you what it needs to trust. To feel safe. And you allow this part of you to integrate back into the wholeness of your light. And just visualize yourself now being 100% liberated, 100% free, for this is the activation. And we are gently grounding this in as I invite you to visualize this version of you integrating with the current version of you. grounding this into your beingness in this very now moment. And in this new integrated state, grounding you back into the here and now, allowing yourself to feel supported and feel safe. Just take a couple deep breaths, reconnecting with your body, this time and space, as we prepare to come out of this activation. As we pull our energy back from this activation and disconnect, so be it and so it is. We give thanks. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. It is done.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. That was really powerful. Yeah, and I just want to invite everybody. That was just sort of I feel like the tip of what we're going to be diving into in the Quantum Leap retreat. We're all going to be bringing something really powerful and different like we did today. And I've linked that below. If there's anything that you guys want to share, I invite you, Rachel or Taylor, to share. But it's really just going to be like a deeper kind of integration. I'm going to be channeling, doing some journal prompts. Rachel's going to be channeling. Taylor's going to be doing two really powerful like card pulls and energy readings. So it's going to be really great. And I would love to see you there. And I hope that you have a beautiful new year as well.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.